What's happening, Chippy Squad? Welcome your beautiful faces back to the channel. Today's video, we are continuing the coaching series. This is episode, I don't know. I honestly don't know, but we do have some Diamond 3 gameplay. As you guys know, I was preaching that I need Diamond 3 gameplay, and shout out to Connor, I believe his name is. Yeah, Connor Ward, shout out to him. DM me on Twitter. We had a little bit of a discussion. He actually sent me a couple games that I'm going to review today. I'm actually going to review 2, and that's because these end zones are definitely interesting to watch, and there's a lot of things I can point out for you guys to really capitalize and adjust these mistakes if you're making them. So we're gonna go ahead, like his video, and leave my beautiful Mark Boom comment. There she is. And if you guys are new to the coaching series, this is essentially pointing out mistakes, capitalizing mistakes, and especially with these Diamond 3 games here, which is a big wall that people have trouble getting over and working into that master rank. As you guys saw before the game started, they are 3 stacking, so that we know for sure, and they are talking, communicating, but we're not gonna hear what they're saying in the party. And also comment down below if you guys actually want to see an episode of the coaching series where we take a listen in to the call outs of our entire team and how they actually play it, because I think that'll be definitely a good switch up for the coaching series. Team comp, we're looking at Caustic, Wraith, and a Bangalore, and the person we are spectating is going to be the Bangalore. I'm gonna drop my mic down a little bit. Here we go. Now in terms of this setup, I'm digging it. I love it. You know, Bang is pretty good. You got the mobility with Wraith, and then you got Caustic to lock down or make the aggressive plays as well. Now, Caustic can be used for both, and a lot of people overlook that. You know, most people think that you just gotta lock down buildings with Caustic, but you can actually use them to make aggressive plays as well. And I do want to say, I cannot wait for Season 6. I'm actually going to be polling in, not an all-nighter today. I'm going to try to get this video out today, but I'm going to go to bed like a bat, basically. I'm going to sleep during the daytime and wake up at night because it's going to come out 1 a.m. at night. So that way I can get some videos on top and ready for you guys instantly as soon as Season 6 drops. So he's a previous, this Caustic's previous pred. That's the Season 1 pred trail. And where are they going? They're going right behind Epicenter here. Not a bad drop choice. And I don't think they're contested, so they're doing a really good job of splitting up the loot. Right? And I said this before, when you're not landing contested, make sure, especially when you're in their party, that you're splitting up the loot perfectly, right? Loot it quick, fast, and you're out of there. Now, I do want to say something real quick is with the Bangalore, right? You don't really see too many Bangalores in ranked, especially when you get to Diamond 3 and above. Very select few teams use Bangalore. And that's because, obviously, you can use other legends like Revenant, which I highly... Don't use him! Don't use him! He's good, don't get me wrong, he's good. If you are, like, you really need that RP to get him to that master, if you're real close, obviously, go ahead and use him. But don't abuse him. You know, don't abuse him to get the Predator, because that just ruins the game. Unhealthy third parties. I said this before. I tweet about it all the time. But yeah, Bang is really nice. You can smoke out choke points, or let's say if a team has high grounds, you can smoke out the high grounds to block their vision. That way you can cross. You can smoke out boxes to loot boxes safely. So Bang is really good. You also have your ultimate to stun entire large portions of areas. That way you can get out safely. So their team composition is really good. So I'm really curious to see how they're going to play this game and hopefully come out on top. So I just skipped ahead a little bit because they weren't contested at all. What they did, they looted the town right behind Epicenter, and then they wide rotated over to Overlook, looted that entire place. They weren't contested there either, and now they're in Volt. So a good rotation here. They're paying attention to where the zone is and rotating early, which I love, and they're getting some nice loot here. Now, honestly, you don't really need to be worrying about these early kills, early KP, getting your kill points right away, or trying to get that max kill points. Do not worry about that. You're going to get that end zone, especially when it comes to these higher diamond lobbies, like D3 and above. When there's going to be a lot of squads in end zones, you have multiple opportunities to get the rest of your kill points. And so while they're rotating here, I do, like I said, have 2 games for you guys. And the second game, it's mainly going to be end zone. I took a peek at it just to see what type of game it was. And it was more of like an end zone game, just like this one. And that's why I wanted to get 2 games in this review, because I think it was going to be a little bit too short if I just reviewed this one specific game here. That guy went to the glitch. I don't think he landed on the bot. I think he's up here. His dive trail just stopped. Let's see where he went. Who knows? But they are looking to take the fight here, though. He's got the Evo. He's got the G7. Perfect opportunity to level up that Evo. You got enough cells as well. So this is honestly a perfect setup when you have an Evo. But again, with this combo, the G7 Massive, I discussed this in the other coaching series video as well. It's a tough combo to manage. G7's going to lock down dominant long range. And then your Mastiff is going to be dominant close range. But you don't really have that in between. You're really going to rely on that G7 for those medium range gunfights and potentially even close range gunfights when you're reloading the Mastiff. Because it's got a slow reload time. So if you get caught reloading with the Mastiff, you got to swap over. You got to pray and hope that your G7 hipfires are hitting if they're super close. Or pray and hope that your shot is good enough when it comes to that medium range. There's some nice shots there. Path is 1. 20 HP at max. This team looks to be running. I would try to get one more shot in, level up that blue Evo, and then start healing up. They're portaling out. That's a good pre-aim on that portal. Pre-aim it. There it is. Wait, he went down. I was going to say his Evo didn't level up. So he hit shots while he was down. That's why he didn't get that blue Evo. So they got one knocked, I believe. They need to get aggressive on this. Unless it's another team local. Good shots there. Now he's running the double tap on the G7. I don't really use double tap. Used it a few times, but honestly, I don't like it because it really misses the opportunity to hit consistent shots. And especially when you're not using a good stabilizer, like a purple or a gold, that bounce is going to bounce straight up. And you're not going to be hitting both shots every time when you're running like a blue one. So if I was playing, I would actually just drop the double tap. No need for it. Your spam fire with the G7 is going to be absolutely fine. And they let that team get away. Just quite unfortunate. They could have chased down that team there. However, they are in zone. They want to play that safer approach. They are using Caustic. So they're going to make the more defensive play here. And I don't mind it. When you're playing Caustic, you can do things like this. Here's an EMP right here. Let's see if the enemy team makes a push. Got to make it quick, though, if they are. No push attempt, so that's probably just an EMP to level up the Evo. Someone might have had an Evo. Man, got fried. Like that Phoenix. There you go. They caustic trap out some stuff here. He's only got one, two. He's got a couple traps. I don't know about that trap there on the side there. That double door can open up. They get fried from the back. Yep. Real quick, I do want to say one thing though. Let's go back where he's looking at that double door. Okay, right here. Right? So he put the trap on the side. And it's good and all when you put the traps hidden. So when people run in to ape you, they're not going to see it and it's going to snap on them, right? And then you have some easy shots on them. However, when a team knows you have a caustic, and this is big, and it's common sense though, because you can see a lot of traps in the area, they know you're going to have a caustic on your team. So you really got to put them on the doors itself, right? So when you're looking at a double door, you got to put it at the center of the door. And that way, if they break the door, it'll go off. However, there is one trick, and this is not when you're using caustic. This is actually when you're going against the caustic. This is a tip for the enemy team, and obviously for you guys watching. And I actually figured this out. It was kind of weird how I figured it out. But basically, when you see a trap blocking a door, and you don't want to kick it down, because you know if you kick it down, that trap is going to absolutely explode, and then you're just going to be stuck in the mud, and you got to work your way out, right? If you have a nade, any type of throwable, nade, thermite, or arc star, throw it at the door. Let that break the door down, okay? All those throwables are not going to explode the trap. And I figured this out, and it's absolutely genius, because what you basically do is you break down the door with the throwable, and you pre-aim as soon as you throw it. Pre-aim the bottom of the trap, and then you shoot the trap as soon as that door breaks. And then boom, clear access way, clear path for an easy entry in. Or if you want to just, work that door, shoulder peek the door, get some nice shots in. There you go. Hiding this trap here, going back to it, he fried you because that caustic didn't lock down that door, or block the door, should I say. And a lot of people don't know about doing that method that I said there, so definitely take that into account when you're facing a caustic. So they're flying in from the staircase. Not a bad smoke. $116, $119, Jesus. Let's go. Easy. Last one's outside. There's another team on. I would have put a trap on that staircase. Yeah, he put it there now. Good shots with the massive though. Nice. So real quick, I'm going to pause it and I'll continue it in a second. I just want to say, just so you guys are aware of the situation, the original squad, there's still one left on that team. And then they just knocked one person on another squad. So it's one enemy on one squad and a two-man team on the top. And we'll continue. They knocked. That solo must have knocked one on the two-man team, or the two-man team killed the solo. And I think the two-man team killed the solo on top. So now it's a 2v2. Or a 3v2, rather.
Let's go this way. Forget that.
I don't hear them, though. They might be riding on top. All right, real quick, I do want to be nitpicky with the coaching series because obviously you guys comment down below and I let you guys know, if anything I miss, be sure to comment down below to help improve everyone, not just the person that we're reviewing today, but for you guys watching as well. Definitely check that comment section out because then you can figure out stuff that could be capitalized as well in the comments. And one thing that I don't really point out too much, but that looting time, right? You want to practice looting as fast as possible in pubs, and you were a little bit slow there. So before going into a box, always make sure you're checking what you have, and then that way you know what you need. So you know prior towards entering the box exactly what you need, and then you can get to it quick. Now you guys are in a little bit of a safe situation. I don't really hear too much going around, but yeah, maybe increase that loot time. Practice on that definitely in pubs, and it'll just be so much more beneficial long term. You guys are safe here. You should be able to loot these no problem. But again, relying back to this combo here, the G7 Mastiff, he has a decked out Prowler in that box. I personally would have swapped that. And it looks to me as this team is playing the more defensive style, right? So they're letting teams push in, which there's no problem doing that. That's absolutely fine. But then I would probably look for two close range weapons since you're locking down. They're good shots there. Wow. Absolutely fried him. He's knocked. Easy send, make a portal right on that. Because that's a friendly trap there.
Care package incoming. Let's get to the LZ.
Gotta make it quick, gotta make it quick. They already got the res. Nice. Easy wipes. Easy squad wipes. And that cost you guys another one on him, though. Gotta be a different team. Okay. Same team, probably. Or a solo. Now another team sauna. And notice how the squads are feeding them, right? And that's because they're in zone the entire time. So they did a really, really good job of making sure to rotate early. They got all their loot they needed. And they're not making any dumb plays, pushing any, risky fights. They're locking it down. They're playing their characters. Caussic's doing a really good job as well of putting these traps down and locking down this building, which I like. Now notice their KP, 2 to 4. They're already at max KP. So really, they don't really need to take any more fights unless they have to take a positioning that's greater than what they have. But let's see how they take the next fight here. We got to bang on the other side of the roof. Oh yeah, going back to that Prowler setup. Yeah, I would probably swap. I would do Massive Prowler. Get rid of the G7, go Massive Prowler. With this playstyle, it's going to be, majority is going to be up close. So might as well get a nice double swap combo that's up close only. And you'd absolutely dominate. And also one more thing I want to point out is that you're not using any digi-threats, which is weird. There's a lot of boxes around. Maybe there isn't any, but I highly doubt it. So that means one of your teammates is using a digi-threat that should be transferred over to you because you're bang and you main the smokes. So you're going to be majority of the time in the smoke. That digi threat is going to go justice for you, especially if you have down that mastiff. That's a GG. You're hitting like 100 pluses with that close range. Oof, it's over. So definitely let your team know that if they have a digi threat, tell them to swap it over. Let them give it to the Bang first. Bang always gets digi threat first.
Heavy ammo here.
And then if there's extras or spares to go around, give them to your teammates. But every time Bang's on my team, control, my teammate mains Bang, a lot of the times when we're playing ranked, we always give him the digi threat first. There's a team in here. And they're making a nice rotation here. Nice early rotation. They still got time. This is good. Gives them time to fight. And some good smokes for Caustic to come in. That's why I love Bang. Save a portal right there. Probably didn't have one, but curious how they're going to play this, though. They got a team on top. I doubt Caustic has his ult, because I think he used it back there when they were fighting. But if Caustic has his ult, this would be a really good time to use Caustic as an aggressive play. Instead of more defensive, right? They're pretty much using him as defensive for now. But this is a really good time to break out a team with a Caustic. Now they got high grounds on you. Let Caustic go first, or let Bang go first, smoke it out, and then let Caustic go in so he doesn't get fried. Gives him time to throw the ult. Because sometimes when you're using Caustic and when you're pulling out the ult and you're throwing it, it takes time. And if everyone's premiuming you on the team, you could potentially get knocked there. I've seen it happen to Control many times. Is the team even on top of them? There's no audio right now. I don't hear any footsteps on top of them. So they potentially could have left. So instead of stalling on that bottom floor, if you get height up here, especially with the G7, oh my god, you can start beaming teams trying to rotate in. It's too late now. Obviously, zone already closed. But since you rotated early, you have enough time to fight. You know you're not going to get third party because you rotated really early and there wasn't any squads in the area. So they should be up top right now.
Kill leader eliminated. Might be something good this way.
In terms of loot, though, they're looking absolutely phenomenal. 2 red evos, a purple, 4 bats. It's a vibe. Big vibe right now. They're like sneaking their way up. They're not up here. Well, they could have been ratting. You never know, especially with these D3 lobbies, man. People rat like that. But they cleared it out. Okay, so let's pay attention here. So we got next zone, right? So it's polling right on this right here. Now, this is actually coincidence because I had a ranking that was playing earlier. I think it was yesterday or the day before where I had a zone similar to this. It was pulling more towards the train station, though, like over here. But this one is definitely similar to the zone I had. And they could do a few things here. And what do we got? 4 squads left. So 3 other enemy squads. And we don't know if they're full or not. We got the question mark here. Best spot would be on... There's a rock right here. Let me... There it is. Well, you saw it for a half second. Let's go back. There's a rock right here. And then there's also a train cart right here you can play. That's going to be in zone. And when it comes to a zone like this, you can actually play underneath too. However, if you play on top and you get that top spot locked down, right? You lock it down, you're in the clear for victory. Easy dub there. Especially with a Caustic, then the team on bottom is absolutely screwed. They can't do anything. There's a team already up top. Okay, okay. So that's one team. We're looking for 2. They're fighting. So another team in train station and a team on top. That could be a solo there, though. Let's find out if he dies.
Hold tight. I'm gonna defend this area.
Hostile over there.
Honestly, looks like a solo there. That Bang is solo. And I think he dropped. I don't think he's up there anymore because they're not shooting at him. Yep, Bang dropped. He's right there. Fry him. 2-man team. If anything. Could be 3. What is... Oh, so that team is posted up right now. Oh, but they're back. Gibby backed up. And they're not in zone up here. They need to drop. There's a few things you can do here. Okay, so they're backing up. So you got a team down low, team on top for sure, and you're looking for another team, which could be a rat because they're not making any noise. You don't see them. You don't know where their location is. The best way to play this is to play this head glitch right here because it is a bit of a slant that you can sort of head glitch it. And if you don't want to do that, you can post up right here and right here where you can shoulder peek angles inside this cart down here, or you can shoulder peek this over here. You got angles. However, you do have the team on the bottom, but you also have a caustic on your team. So what you can do is to prevent the team from flooding out on the bottom is trapping out this area right here. That caustic was a pred, and I believe he had a master badge too from last season. So he should be a decent caustic, and he should be able to lock it down to perfection where this team can't really push. They can't do anything. They could, however, make a portal and make a ballsy play to push you with a portal, but I doubt it. End zone like that, I doubt it. So right here with this team backed up, this would be a really good spot to hold and take that fair fight. Trap this out, take this fair fight, and then you get high grounds if you win that fight, and then you win the game.
Enemy inside.
Yep, we got that team on the bottom. We know that. But again, you don't really want to play that bottom area. You could, but if that team is on top, locking it down, I mean, it's tough. It's going to be a tough win. So we're hiding on the bottom, and that team pulled up on them on top. Yup. So if you took that high grounds first, instead of clearing out the bottom or even checking the bottom, if you guys pulled up to that train cart where I said that'll prevent that team from pushing up, right? Then you get that fair fight going on top, and Caustic can lock down the traps on the bottom. You guys have good shields. You had the loot. You just gotta trust the gunfight. Take that fair fight and assert dominance. You really need to assert in end zones like this. You gotta assert dominance. Show the other teams who's boss and man up and take the fight. And that's that Bang and Wraith team that was down low. Yep, they came around. You see? Now, if you guys actually pulled up on that trading cart where I said, and you have that Wraith and Bang team on the bottom, and then obviously the other squad, I don't know exactly where they are. If you trapped out the bottom on your side, that team, the team on the bottom would have rotated up to highway right here and fought the other team. That would have sandwiched that other team that knocked you guys over here. Well, not knocked you. I think the Bang was just about to knock you. But that would have sandwiched the team on top. And then you guys would have had a nice fair fight right here. Right? So the team on the bottom rotated up, take height, and then that team on top, while they're fighting you, they're going to start getting flanked. And then you guys could have easily won the game, actually. I honestly think it's a solo last one up. And you get pushed by the Wraith or the Bang, whatever. GG's. I just want to see who wins this. Caustic got self-res, you guys. Nope. Game's over. Who won? I hear okay, Gibby. So there was the team on top that won. Yep. So if that team on top was wiped, dead, you guys would have won the game. If you took that fight on, trapped out this bottom area, you guys would have won. Simple. Is there a stat check? Let's check the stats here. It was a good game overall. You guys got some good points. Placed second, and you had max KP. So definitely a decent game, especially when you're trying to level up these diamond games. That's going to help you out when you're getting max KP. Second place, that's 100 RP. Or no, wait, that's for Pred. I think it's 115 for diamond. Yeah. All right, guys, actually change of plans. I checked back on the recording. It's already 27 minutes long. Obviously, I am going to cut it up just a tad bit. So it's going to shrink it down, but it's still going to be over 20 minutes. So we won't do the second game. However, if you guys enjoyed today's video, or if you learned anything in today's video, be sure to drop a like on the like button. Let's try to break 1,000 likes for this video. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button, join the champion squad, and also comment one thing that you're excited about in season 6, whether it's the new SMG, the Vault, or the new Legend Rampart. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and as always, this is your boy Sultan D. I'm signing off. Peace.
All I want is